Alexander the Great by Megan. Alexander was an incredible general. His army conquered the Persian Empire and beyond. All of the green land in the maps on the next slide is what he conquered. Alexander was born here in Pella, Macedonia in 356 BC, but after the death of his father, he was appointed king at 16. When Alexander was a boy, Philip hired a tutor to teach Alexander. That man's name was Aristotle. It took a while for Alexander to like school, but eventually loved it. After Aristotle, I think that under his pillow at night he kept a dagger and a copy of the Iliad with Aristotle's notes in it. Alexander got Greek men for his army in Greece, too. Alexander beat the 200,000 men army of the Persians, gaining the entire Persian Empire. Alexander conquered this now city somewhere in Pakistan and named it Bucephala, after his horse Bucephalus, who died in battle. When Alexander was 12 years old, he went with his dad, King Philip II, to see the cavalry horses. While they were there, Philip and his advisors were trying to tame a horse. But whenever any of them went near the horse would get spooked. Alexander asked to help, and he walked to the horse corral, walked right up to the horse, and pet his nose. His father and advisors were astonished that a 12-year-old boy could outdo his king and his advisors. But he just noticed that when the horse saw shadows, it would get spooked. His father gave him the horse and named him Bucephalus. Bucephalus was the only horse Alexander would take into battle with him. Alexander dies here in Babylon from a somewhat mysterious illness in 323 BC. Some people wanted Alexander to be buried in Agia, where Poseidon's famous palace is. When they chose Agia, on the way, the body was hijacked by Ptolemy, one of Alexander's generals. Ptolemy buried Alexander in Memphis, but in the late 4th or early 3rd century BC, Alexander's body was transferred from Memphis to Alexandria, where it was reburied. Alexander had a huge impact on the world. He was one of the first and youngest generals to expand farther than the Persian Empire. It was a lot back then because you would have to walk everywhere, and walking from Macedonia to Bucephalus is a pretty long walk. The end.